Teachers, what are the dumbest answers you've ever gotten from a student on a test or exam? I teach chemistry at the university. The students were given the task of writing a response in the form of an essay. I don't remember what the topic was. Anyway, one of the students, who was completely ignorant of the subject, instead of handing in a blank paper, wrote a very detailed story about a lonely dragon who couldn't make friends with anyone. The other animals felt very sorry for him and really wanted to be friends with him. But the problem was that when the dragon was happy, he burned everything around him. This whole story took him 3 or 4 pages, and then the story abruptly stopped, and he tried to answer the assignment after all. I'm still wondering if the dragon made any friends in the end. Poor thing, I hope he didn't hurt anyone. How did you rate his performance? Did you deduct his points for the story? I only graded what was relevant to the assignment. His story had no bearing on his grade. Name 3 different gases. Answer: air, fart, gravity. Ah yes, gravity, the heaviest of all gases. On a thermodynamics quiz, students had to write what an adiabat was. One student answered a woman who needs insulin. I think I gave him half a point for effort. Everyone needs insulin, it's just that diabetics can't make their own. I'm taking an oral exam in French. The girl wanted to say, "J.I. voyage en avion." I traveled by plane, but she said, "J.I. vile en avion." I harassed on an airplane. How we laughed. She didn't realize what she'd said at all. Japanese test. The student wrote instead of answering, "I don't know anything, sorry. I didn't study." I embarrassed my whole family and my cow, and next to it she drew the saddest cow imaginable. Edit: in case anyone doesn't know, the family and the cow is a reference to Mulan. But Mulan was Chinese. Edit 2, there was also an assignment where they had to transcribe Japanese numerals into Arabic numerals. One genius wrote the whole assignment in Roman numerals. I laughed at first, but then I wanted to kill him. Well, since the purpose of the assignment was to show an understanding of Japanese numerals, he did well with it, even though he did it in such a stupid way. I had a student who turned in code to me that had profane comments in it. I had to have a serious conversation with him about professionalism. Only I didn't tell him what hell was in my undergraduate code. Not a teacher, but I do take driving tests. I ask a question: what is the penalty for not stopping when the police stop you? Students answer: if you drive fast enough, there's no fine. 3rd grade. Assigned students to write definitions of several words. One of the words was parents. Student definition: adults who have you. Surprisingly very profound answer for a 3rd grader. When I taught 1st grade, we learned new words every week. One time we were talking about the word might and I asked the children to give an example of something mighty. Most of the kids answered president and superhero, but one said babies. I was like, why? Babies have power because they can cry and get whatever they want. Sounds like someone has a baby brother or sister. Librarian, who can tell me what Martin Luther King, Jr., was known for. Kindergartner, he told people about their colors. When I was in 1st grade. Teacher, why does everyone love George Washington? Classmate, because he gives us a day off. My mom used to be a teacher. One day she was testing 7th graders on geography and asked which island was considered the biggest before Australia was discovered. One of the kids answered, trick question, Australia doesn't exist. I hope you're Australian. Ha, Australia doesn't exist. But, Kevin, we live in Australia. Existential crisis intensifies. Not a teacher. One time I didn't study for a test at all. I left almost all the answers blank. The last question was the only one I answered. It asked, what is a haiku? Please write a definition and give an example. My haiku was like this: I failed this test. I should have studied harder. I hate myself now. My teacher wrote down not bad and gave me the highest score for that question. And if you liked the video and you want to see such videos more often, put a like and write in the comments on what topic to make a video next time. Bye bye.